Peace to the leaders, achievers, believers, and future seers. Welcome to another edition of Raps Reviewed. My name is the Overyt, the man who definitely does control the hype. So now this new Stogie T joint featuring Nasty C, Maggz, and Areece is more than just a track. It's more like a flare in the sky, right? It's a reminder that right now is a time for South African rappers to actually rap. And what makes it crazy is that these guys reverted straight to the boom bap era, but with a 2025 precision. So Stogie T could have easily given us a radio-friendly banger that's basically a hit, because now the lineup is there, the talent is there. But now what he decided to actually do, he decided to actually go for culture, right? And when listening to the beat, it's a cypher invitation, it's a microphone test, and it's a bring your pen or don't even bother pulling up kind of beat. And speaking of pens, right? Everybody had homework. A beat like this does indeed demand elite writing and almost a God-tier penmanship. And that's exactly where the separation started. So now with Stogie T, he was too much. He came through with perspective. He came through with precision. He came through with complexity. He also came through with the typical maturity in his writing. You literally need a different mind to process the way that Stogie approached this verse. It was literally a master class of lyricism, you know what I mean? And I got the same masterclass feeling when I listened to Maggz, because he didn't really rely on punchlines. If you listen to that verse, there was zero punchlines. All he had was skill, crazy schemes, airtight rhymes, real talk. He came through with the real talk, real game. And when you listen to the OGs, they really held it down with ease. And honestly, the new generation should be taking notes, because the gap was loud. And now when you listen to Nasty C and Areece, let's actually talk about it. The verses themselves were not bad, but they were very anticlimactic. The disparity between the OGs and the young kings was clear just in the pen game. So Reece's verse only hit me on the opening bar and the last 4 bars. The other 12 bars or the other 11 bars that I heard, right? It really sounded like something I'd heard before from him. You know what I mean? And also, one thing that I want to bring up is, why did Areece only have a 16? Because now, obviously, with a song like this, and you have both Nasty C and Areece on the same track, there's going to be a conversation as to, okay, so who had the better verse? But now I can't tell you who had the better verse, because Areece only got a 16, whereas all the other MCs got a 24. So I don't really understand. And I know that that 8 bar would have made a big difference in the way that I perceive the verse, because now, like I said, I was only feeling the verse on the 12th bar, where now I could see, okay, now homeboy is now digging, he's working. You know what I mean? Same thing with Nasty C. Nasty C did not have a bad verse at all. You know, he was cool, he came through, but I also felt like he didn't dig deeper as well, you know? So now the rhymes didn't really hit with the weight we needed on a beat like this. So now, honestly, when you listen to the song holistically, what I would have done was change the order of the artist. I would have actually put Nasty C first, and then placed Maggz, and then Areece, and then Stogie T, because also it's Stogie T's track, right? He was supposed to have the last word, because now he's doing the same thing he did with MT, where now MT spat the chorus, and then he also had the last word, you know, and it sounded like it's his track. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I would have done that, you know. And I think because now when you listen to the OGs and then you listen to the youngins, man, like, guys, you didn't give the youngins a fighting chance. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even want to listen to the gents. You know what I'm saying? And I listened, and yeah, that's exactly why I didn't want to listen to the gents. You know what I'm saying? So now, Stogie T did say that he was making history with this track. He actually did. You know, there's no track where there's Nasty C and Areece on the same joint. But now the history that I'm gonna remember on this track is how the OGs washed and corrupted the floor with the new kings. You know what I mean? Like, the guys really cooked Nasty C. The guys really cooked Areece. without even giving them a fighting chance. You know what I mean? So now overall, man, the track is powerful. It's a culture first boom bap moment. It's a statement piece. It's a wake up call to South African hip hop. And it's also a standard bearer. And it shows us that if the guys that are holding down the culture are now rapping on this level, this is where everybody else should be. So now if you guys are on that whack shit, I think we as South African hip hop are not gonna give you a chance on the ear. You know what I mean? So if you were to ask me about the rating of the song, I'd like to give the song, based on like my honest critique, I'd like to give the song a nice 3.5. And that was the review for the day. What you think about this track, who killed it, let me know in the comment section below. And also, like, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, man, let me know in the comment section below, man. But other than that, man, follow us. We are hip hop on the grizzly grind. As for me, I am the Overyt, the man who definitely does control the hype, and I'm over and out. Away.